We have some breaking news in MAHA. There's been a new head of MAHA reportedly has been assigned, who lays a bare radical plan to transform U.S. health and ban COVID shots. Let's look at this story right now. This is the news that just broke from MAHA Action. We are honored to announce that Dr. Asim Malhotra has joined MAHA as our chief medical advisor. Dr. Malhotra is an NHS trained consultant cardiologist and an internationally renowned authority in the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of heart disease. And then this is from Mail Online Health. The new head of MAHA is laying out this radical plan to transform U.S. health and ban COVID shots. Okay, so that sounds good. That sounds really good, because none of these other guys, and you see this is him being pictured with RFK Jr. on the left side. He's standing there with Dr. Jay Bhattacharya on the right side. So this is somebody who's talking about banning COVID shots. So none of the other ones are doing that. The Means siblings are not doing that. RFK Jr. certainly isn't doing it. We've seen Dr. Jay Bhattacharya is not doing it. They have other concerns, right, about our health that doesn't involve banning the shots. What they've been talking about this whole time is we need to look into it. We need to get the research, the data. That's what they've been saying. That's why we're not saying let's get the COVID shots off the shelves. They're saying let's look into it, and that's a stalling tactic we've seen on the show. Does that mean that this new head of MAHA is going to do anything different? Well, it's hard to say. Let's look at the MAHA Action video that was posted with that tweet, and you guys tell me if you think that MAHA Action is talking about the same thing that we just saw in the Daily Mail front pager. You tell yourself, ask yourself if in this video there's any mention of getting the COVID vax off the shelves.
Asim Malhotra is a British National Health Service trained consultant cardiologist, co-founder of Action on Sugar, and former honorary council member at Stanford University School of Medicine. Doctor, it's great to have you with us.
More than 90% of American adults actually have suboptimal metabolic health.
What would you do if you get the opportunity to change that?
What I focus on is what we call metabolic health, which is really at the root of many of these chronic diseases. And 90% of your healthcare dollars in the US are spent on managing these chronic diseases, which are rooted in poor metabolic health.
They essentially silenced any talk of any sort of alternative treatment. Is this a cautionary tale?
I see this as an opportunity. You know, as Einstein said, in every crisis lies opportunity. I think this is a time where we are literally fighting for humanity. We're fighting to free the world from corporate tyranny.
Well, Dr. Asim Malhotra, thank you for standing up against the globalists, world governments, mainstream media and corporations. He's an outstanding man and his father would be proud of him.
There's a brilliant executive order from the president on the MAHA plan. It's so comprehensive. They've covered essentially everything. All of us really are in this because we're affected by this ultra-processed food environment. We've been misled about information about cholesterol, about what's a healthy diet. So I think all of this is going to be uncovered under Trump's administration, under the leadership, certainly on health, of Robert Kennedy Jr.
One of the reasons I was not surprised by the medical community's response to the vax is that it was consistent with what I have seen over the past 20 years, which is a big change, where doctors will prescribe any drug that you ask for, basically.
I call it a pandemic of misinformed doctors and misinformed and unwittingly harmed patients. This is a system failure, and this is part of conditioning. We're not conditioned in medical school to think in these ways, right, about informed consent, about understanding the data properly. People need to understand that good health in general doesn't come out of a medicine bottle. So we're at that tipping point very soon, Del, but we can't be complacent. We, the people, can change it, and we must and we will.
Okay, so if Craig Pasha was here with us right now, he would tell you this is a whole lot of nothing. He has the job now. He's not going to do anything with the COVID shots. He's done. I might be willing to just accept that defeat because we see it time and time again. we'll look into it and we'll get back to you. That's been the mantra of MAHA this whole time. However, this tweet he put out himself today. Let's look at the tweet and then see if this makes any difference, that this actually came from his account. This didn't come from other MAHA supporters who are saying he's going to ban the COVID shots. Dr. Malhotra is going to ban the COVID shots. He tweeted out himself. So does this change anything for you? Breaking. New head of MAHA revealed as he lays bare radical plan to transform U.S. health and ban COVID shots. It's what you've been waiting for. There is overwhelming evidence to call for a moratorium on the mRNA COVID jabs and help the vaccine injured. Let it rip. Pound fire. Moratorium. Okay. It's coming from his account. I don't know if that changes anything. I don't know. And this also needs to be mentioned. How much power do you have as the head of MAHA? What does that even mean? It's like a chief position, chief officer of medicine of MAHA. What is that? Is that just a made up title? I don't know. But this just broke. I know again that this is we're divided. There's the reason this episode we're calling it this, it's divide and conquer, is that you take a movement like the MAHA movement and you keep effing with the people with the baiting and the switching, constant baiting and switching. You're going to divide people. Half the people are seeing this news right now and they're going, this is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been waiting for. Other half is saying, this ain't shit. This ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. It's just another made up position. It's a feel good moment. What's actually going to happen with these shots? Are they ever going to be banned? Hard to say that they will be when Trump is signing multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar deals with Ellison and the AI mRNA technology, star systems. Why would you be doing that and then wanting to get rid of the same thing at the same time? Doesn't make sense. So, breaking news. Okay, half of MAHA is celebrating right now, and maybe it's a nice little feel good moment, but we'll see what happens. But at least he's posting on his Twitter account about banning the COVID shots. At least it's being said, because the Means siblings, RFK Jr., they ain't saying it at all. They ain't saying it at all.